And happy Friday. For most of you, you're probably at the end of a work week and you're looking forward to the weekend before Thanksgiving. By the way, I appreciate you guys being a part of this. Now, what I'm going to do a little different is actually switch this up. There we go. So this is the last day of the launch for the Accelerator program. We have been doing this all week, and I've actually loved doing the live streams and think I'm going to be doing these more often, just because we got a whole bunch of different things going on at Niche and Control. But what I'm going to do today is actually talk about the Accelerator course. And we've had quite a few people purchasing this course and starting to dive into it. And they're starting to realize that there's a whole bunch of things that they didn't even know that's behind the scenes, like weekly lesson plans and virtual coaching being built into it, which is really, really cool. So, but anyway, if you guys have not checked out the site yet, you can go to nicheandcontrol.com/accelerator. If you go to our main page, you can see programs, course accelerator. You'll see that it is launch week and a pre-Black Friday sale. And each one of these days have kind of like a countdown. And based around people that purchase during that day, they get certain bonuses. Today is actually a free consultation based around people systems and helping out with a hiring funnel. So what this program actually is it's ultimately the culmination of 13 years as an entrepreneur, all the lessons learned, as well as what I learned in corporate America, boiled all down into something very specific to agency owners going through that transition from being kind of like that freelancer or a six-figure kind of agency owner to being a seven-figure agency owner, where there's actually this internal change that happens. You start shifting your role from kind of being a subject matter expert into more of like a CEO. You're not as much of a hustler, and you're focused more on building a business. And this is ultimately what this training program does. And it's not like a new program. It's a little bit deceiving. Because we're talking about launch week and things like that. This has actually been proven over the last 2 years with dozens of our one-on-one agency clients, helping them double their profits, free up time to work on the business, and then basically efficiently scale without burning out. And you'll see that as I kind of go through this, and I'm going to go a little faster than I did in the previous days, because if you want to see any of the longer ones where I'm talking about client interviews and testimonials, that'll be on any one of these previous days. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a couple different things. So if you go to the website, you can see that there's a whole bunch of different case studies. Each one of these has different videos where you can watch our clients talk for about 20 minutes about their experience of before, during, and after. Mike going from 12 plus hour days, 6 days a week, to working 8 hours a day, having the weekends free, and then quadrupling his business. Or Susan being able to almost give up on her business. She gave me 6 months to turn her business around. We did that in 18 months. She got acquired. And then Warren, he went from 15,000 per month with one employee to a team of 8 and 100,000 per month in 9 months working together. And you'll see a little bit about me. I really focus on this transformation. A lot of agency coaches are really focused around just purely business growth, where Niche and Control really goes beyond business. It's more focused around you being more fulfilled by the work, and ultimately being able to position yourself according to your strengths. And if you look at our own kind of like homepage, you'll learn more about you didn't mean to create a monster, and you'll understand a little bit more about my history. If you guys don't know me, my name is Jesse Gilmore. I'm the founder of Niche and Control, and I basically went through this journey where I realized in my first businesses I didn't necessarily want to create a business that could sustain and grow without my direct involvement. And so I got to a point where the business was kind of growing, but I was dying on the inside because I was working 60, 80-hour weeks without an end in sight. And so if you want to read more about me and my brother Jeremy's story and kind of how it all led up to what we're doing right now, you can check out the About Us section of our website. But really, today I'm talking about the Accelerator program, and we got this launch week, which is pretty sweet. And it's the cheapest. It's like literally a crazy, crazy awesome deal. A lot of our clients pay us anywhere from you know, 6,000 to 10,000 to 30 to 60,000 for the same program that you get right here. But if you're more of like a do-it-yourselfer, then this program is definitely geared towards you. Now, another thing that we're also doing right now is that if you get the accelerator program and you decide that you want to be a part of one of our other programs, such as like the Alliance, where it's more of a mastermind, where we're using that same kind of content, but doing it in more of a group forum. There's two 2-hour calls per week, and we a group and we kind of solve each other's problems, which is pretty cool. That's more up your schedule and apply to work with us there. Now, for a lot of you guys, you probably don't really know who I am, what we do, or anything like that. So that's part of the reason why we just jam-pack this landing page with a bunch of like case studies like that. Also, we're pretty transparent. So this is basically what's included in the accelerator course that we solve, such as being stuck in the business or weeks, or trying to delegate work to others and getting stuck having to do it yourself, having an offer that's not scalable nor profitable, experiencing feast and famine revenue cycles due to kind of like an on and off switch with your pipeline, and then also the inability to attract and retain talent. You can focus on growth. So those are the kind of the main kind of problems that are usually faced between the 6-figure and the 7-figure agencies. But also this structure has this inside out approach. We know that in order for you to grow and become more of the person you aspire to be, it's from be, do, have. So a lot of people focus on like have, you have to have all these things, or you have to do these things, these tactics. That's what the majority of other agency programs are focused on. And they're really not focused on that kind of inside out perspective, which ultimately leads a lot of people to do the wrong things, have a whole bunch of money maybe, but then on the inside they're dying because they've had to sacrifice a whole bunch of parts of their life. So this is basically the structure. We go through mindset and leadership, getting to understand and unlock the power of your limitless mind. Understand how to position you within the business, and so that you can feel most fulfilled by the work. And then we go into your relationship to the business, which is your use of time. And the relationship through your use of time, we start to carve out 8 to 10 hours per week for you to work on the business. This is ultimately allowing you to look at the business from a new lens. And from that place, we start to create your agency by design rather than default. And once we get to the point where we've carved out that time, we start to actually get to the point where everything that's in your head, we're getting it out into systems, processes, and visible works in process, which allows you to effectively delegate work to others, know where things are in the process, and be able to create control through delegation as well, and ultimately removing you as a bottleneck to growth. And then we move into kind of reimagining what service delivery will be like for you in the future. Is it the offer that you have right now, or is it something a little bit different? And so we create what's called a minimum viable solution. This is ultimately how you price, package, and deliver your service with a scalable minimum viable solution for your ideal client, getting them the results, but with the least amount of effort on your end, priced based around value. And you'll see a lot of the client results based around this kind of transformation. So Melanie doubled her revenue within 3 months. Scott doubled his profit margins in the 4th month and then took a month off from the business. And then Larissa was able to double her monthly recurring revenue by attracting high ticket clients in the 3rd month. This is all because of module number 4. So as you're kind of going through this course, if you decide to jump on it, the $500 off, if you were just to literally get 1x client just using this process, not even talking about increasing your rates or anything like that, you're obviously going to get a return on investment. So going back down here, after the minimum viable solution, then we start to fix that feeding the pipeline problem, which is ultimately usually people are focused on one leg of a 3-legged stool of client attraction, which is ultimately either they're all in referrals or they're all in paid ads. And we basically tell you and teach you how to integrate all 3, your outbound strategy, your inbound, and your referral all together to create what's called message resonance. And by doing so, you're effectively filling a pipeline. So if one leg falls, everything else is staying the same. So if referrals don't come in, you're still good. Or if paid ads are not working, then something else will. And it just makes it so that it's more stable. And then once you have that filled pipeline, then you move into sales, otherwise known as client conversion, where we're starting to optimize your sales process, making it more predictable, understanding your numbers, being able to optimize those numbers and do more of what's working and less of what's not. And once we get into that place, then we start to understand lead generation. A lot of our clients are either focused on lead generation or want to either do it themselves or have some other provider do it for them. And we give you all the tools and different softwares that we've tried, that our clients have tried, and give you some suggestions on that, saving you a lot of time trying to find stuff. But most importantly is actually module 8. And I know this is in a sequential manner. Majority of this is based around a sequential manner, except for people systems. There are going to be certain times where you are looking for that high performer, someone who is going to, you hire and they do the work of 5 people. That's ultimately what we're trying to create with the people systems. And this is ultimately how we create, attract, hire, develop, and manage high performers, and really creating that organizational culture by design. So pretty cool. Again, if you purchase today, then you get a bonus based around a free consultation when you're going through a hiring process. And I'll help you with kind of helping you with a hiring funnel. So that way you're able to pick the top 1% of either employees or contractors. Now, aside from that, there's a whole bunch of different case studies. You can read all about these. Melanie talking about what the program is like, and Scott talking about how he was able to take a vacation. Larissa, how I helped her kind of look at the way that she delivered services from a different lens. And when you start to think out everything that we've talked about so far, and again, if you haven't checked it out, nicheandcontrol.com/accelerator. But imagine if like all this course did, so it's $1,500 course. If all was allow you to work in the business when you wanted to, would it be worth it? And if you could reduce the complexity of client fulfillment, so taking on new clients would be much easier. Would it be worth it? And if you finally stopped sales and had a long-term business growth strategy, would it be worth it? And if you allowed your team to take over whole parts of the company so you could scale your agency without burning out, would it be worth it? And for anybody that has a family, if you could spend more time with your family without worrying about client satisfaction, would it be worth it? And ultimately, this course, again, right now, lifetime access, $2,000. But actually, during this launch week, which is the last day of the launch week, you can use this for $500 off. It looks like this. You get this discount. Right after you complete the purchase, you'll actually go straight into the course. And then I'll start sending you emails based around lesson plans. So every single week, you're going to get the lesson plan as if I was coaching you like one-on-one, but more from like an email. And then we also have built into the course some virtual coaching and stuff like that. So pretty cool. So if you guys are agency owners looking for a good deal and looking to grow in 2023, this course is definitely for you. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, that is what I got for you.